to the Upkeep for Monday, May 17th, 2021.
That's right. It's all of the Magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
And boy, oh boy, do we have some big news to share with you this week if you haven't heard it already. But before we do, we're going to kick things off with an update to our Doctors Without Borders fundraiser.
That's right. It ends this Wednesday. It's $5 per entry, but you get extra entries if you donate at $50, $100, or $250. There's some amazing prizes, two Heroes of the Realm cards.
Unbelievable.
That Allison Steele, formerly from Wizards of the Coast, put up herself.
You can't get those literally anywhere else. They're
literally anywhere else.
One-of-a-kind Magic the Gathering cards.
We are currently mind-blowingly at $30,000 plus raised. And it is
incredible.
My dream that we reach 50K.
Yeah, so please donate.
Please donate if you can. All you do is you donate to Doctors Without Borders, and then you send us a screenshot of your donation at glhfmagic@gmail.com, and we'll be like, great, got it. Give you your entries into this drawing, and party on.
Yeah, there you go. So donate to a fantastic cause, get a chance to win some literally irreplaceable Magic items.
Yes.
A whole bunch of prizes we have to give out. So yeah, please consider donating if you haven't already. And if you have, you're like, oh, I'll throw another, $50 or whatever.
Great.
Go for it.
We love it. All right, on to the big one.
Yeah, here we go.
Last week, Wizards of the Coast announced some organized play changes. They started out in general, kind of talking about big picture, return to in-person play, and what does that look like.
Right.
They say it's a unique strength for Magic, and they need to lean into that. So that means local tournaments, large regional tournaments, and high-level in-person events. So for everybody who is like, Magic's only going to be digital, they're like, no.
No, yeah, they say digital play here to stay, but it's only part of the equation. So they want the future to hold a mix of digital and in-person events.
Yes. They also say that they want broader access to play for people at events. So a larger audience means more types of events. They mention like the success of Command Fests.
Yep.
And sort of what that might look like going forward of a whole bunch of different kinds of in-person play.
Yeah, I think generally we're saying we're going to focus on a wider player base and not just focus so much of our time and energy on the pro system, which we're going to get into a second.
Yes.
But we've got to be patient because, the pandemic is still here and they want to make sure that they're focusing on local, regional, and digital events, but they want to wait until we can all safely do that wherever we are in the world.
Yes. All right, so on to the pro changes. They say that for the next season, 2021-22, the existing set championship structure will remain in place. They're increasing the prize pool and updating the prize structure as compared to the Strixhaven Championship, which is the last one upcoming in this set of them.
Yeah.
Set championships will feature prize pools of $450,000 per event over 3 events.
Yeah, so the set championships tied to the set releases. That's why we have the Strixhaven one here coming up on the first weekend of June.
That's right. So now we're on to the really big stuff.
Yeah.
League weekends and the Gauntlet will not be run in 2021-2022. And they say this will be the final season for the Magic Pro and Rivals leagues. Players will not be competing for another league season. Instead, they'll be competing for a place in the World Championship. That will feature a prize pool of $250,000. And they say individual event details will be shared as we get closer, and total player fees remain unchanged.
Yeah, there are lots of questions about this from people who are watching the League weekend, which we're going to get to a little bit this past weekend. But yeah, so the MPL and Rivals League is continuing into next year, quote unquote, the 2021-2022 season of Magic play. However, they're not going to play these League weekends. Mm-hmm. They're not going to play any gauntlets at the postseason. They're just going to play in these set championships for an opportunity to earn more money on top of their fee they get for being a part of the MPL or the Rivals League. So it's kind of like in name only a little bit moving forward.
They also say that they're using this transition season to update the digital qualification paths. They want to move back toward a more open, less top-heavy system and looking to potentially reflect that in their digital qualification process.
Yeah, so kind of like a lot of people speculating on what the heck does this mean for the future of organized play. A lot of pro players took to Twitter and were tweeting out very sad tweets because apparently they were told do not expect to have Magic as your job moving forward because we cannot subsidize that lifestyle anymore. They're not making that a priority. So a lot of pro players effectively kind of retired, said goodbye on Twitter.
Most of them will be playing all of next year.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to play
next year. Yeah.
They're going to be playing. And this was interesting to me too. I think a little insight into WotC's decision making here. Mark Rosewater tweeted that according to their research, only 10% of Magic players had ever been to a sanctioned event, and that includes anything in store like an FNM.
Wow.
Which is a very small number. So yeah.
Absolutely. There was a Strixhaven League weekend this past weekend. Paulo Vitor Damodorosa unsurprisingly ran away with the MPL and secured a spot for next year. Since he's already qualified for Worlds, that invite is added to the gauntlet. But what a career.
Seriously.
What a years-long winning streak that guy is on.
Paulo didn't even need to qualify for Worlds because he is your reigning world champion.
Yes.
But he did it anyway. So nice. He did it twice. Thanks, Paulo.
Stanislav Sifka and Matt Sperling had a playoff for the Rivals World spot, and Stan Sifka won.
Yep.
Which was a fun match to watch. And we said goodbye from the MPL. There'll be Rivals next year to Autumn Burchett, BBD, and Shahar Shenhar. And then we said goodbye to the Rivals, Lucas Esper, Matias Leverato, Matt Nass, Ryuzo Fuji, and Greg Orange.
So they're relegated to Challengers, which essentially means they're just like us.
Yep, just like the rest of us.
One of the decks that kind of took away the weekend in Historic was a Tainted Pack combo deck.
Yes. People are wondering, will it be around for long? We don't know.
I don't think so.
lots of people showed up with it.
Now some news about Arena and associated things there.
Yes.
By the way, if you want, you can use the code Experimental Overload, no spaces, for 2,000 XP. And this is because of the server issues that happened during the Arena Open. So they're kind of like saying sorry another way by giving you some XP.
Make sure you're playing in the College Cup for those Japanese Mystical Archive card styles,
they're so
and
good.
to rep your college for points, but mostly for the card styles.
Those card styles are A+.
I hadn't realized that Opt was on the table for the one that ends tomorrow morning, and you better bet last night I built a deck and I got in there.
It was a fun event too.
It was fun. Drew lots of cards.
Oh yeah, you draw a lot of cards.
The Strixhaven Draft Challenge is coming May 22nd through 25th. It's going to be best of 3. It costs 20,000 gold or 3,000 gems. You play to 6 wins or 2 losses, and you're playing for draft tokens and packs. And they made it a little heavier on the draft tokens after feedback from the last draft challenge.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm definitely going to be playing in that. And some more Arena news here. A Historic Anthology 5 is going to be dropping on May 27th. So this is 25 new cards. There's a full preview list out. You can go check it out. It includes cards like Ancient Grudge, Elish Norn, Sheoldred are all added into Historic. Speaking of Elish Norn, all 5 Phyrexian Praetors are going to get Phyrexian language only cards available in an upcoming secret lair if you want them in paper or in the store on Arena, and they look pretty cool.
Yes. So if you've already got your Vorinclex, you need all those matching Phyrexians, because I feel like maybe they're around up to some mischief. They're just going to be around and up to stuff.
Are we going to be going to Phyrexia or something?
Will they be going somewhere else?
Oh.
Ooh.
Remains to be seen.
Who knows?
Well, anyway, that's all of our news. It was a huge news week. We're going to be going into more of it on our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five. Check it out anywhere fine podcasts are found. You can support this show, that show, and everything that we make over on Patreon at patreon.com/glhfmagic.